Thanks for joining us for KZRG's Key 3 this week, where we are breaking down the 3 biggest stories of the week. This week, the big stories include Joe Biden stepping off the 2024 ticket, the Director of Secret Service resigning, and of course, absentee voting beginning in Missouri. Let's get into it. Joe Biden stepped out of the 2024 presidential race. In a letter that he posted on X, Biden said, quote, "It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and country for me to stand down." Now, shortly after the announcement, he threw his full support and endorsement behind Vice President Kamala Harris for president. And while some Democrats are backing Harris for president, others are a little frustrated that the party is not exploring other options. Speaking of stepping down, the director of the U.S. Secret Service stepped down from her role this week following the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. In the days leading up to her resignation, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle expressed frustration at the lapse of security that allowed the shooter to get as close as he did to the former president. Now, there is some bipartisan efforts to investigate the attempted assassination, and investigators are continuing to identify the motive and whether or not the shooter acted alone. And finally, no excuse absentee voting began in Missouri this week as the Show Me State is gearing up for its primary. If you want to cast your ballot early, you can do so from now up until one day before the August 6th election. Now, a government-issued photo ID is required to do so. You can expect to see some pretty major races on the ballot, including candidates running for Missouri governor, state treasurer, attorney general, and more. There are also seats up for grabs in the Missouri House and Senate. You can get a complete look at who is running for what on the KZRG Election Headquarters website, which you can find at Newstalk KZRG.com. Well, that wraps up KZRG's Key 3 for the week. We have plenty of updates on these stories and more all week long at NewstalkKZRG.com.